When you take your first spoonful of yogurt, you're not just treating yourself to a creamy, tangy mouthful of dairy goodness, you're also setting off a surprisingly intricate biological chain reaction that your body has been fine-tuning for millions of years. The moment your taste buds detect the flavor and texture, they send signals to your brain that food is incoming, triggering a cascade of anticipatory responses known as the cephalic phase of digestion. Your salivary glands start producing amylase-rich saliva to begin breaking down any carbohydrates. Meanwhile, your stomach begins secreting gastric juices in preparation for the meal. Before we continue, I'd like to tell you about Diacelan, a powerful blend of 13 natural ingredients, each carefully selected for their proven ability to support healthy blood sugar levels, enhance insulin sensitivity, and promote overall wellness. You can read more on diacelan.com. Yogurt is a fascinating food from a nutritional standpoint because it's a fermented dairy product that contains all three macronutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, as well as beneficial bacteria known as probiotics. Depending on the type you choose, the nutrient balance can vary dramatically. Plain whole milk yogurt may have around 8 to 12 grams of carbs, a solid amount of fat, and 6 to 10 grams of protein per serving, while a flavored, fat-free variety can have upwards of 20 to 25 grams of carbs, mostly from sugar, with little fat to slow digestion. The composition matters because it directly influences how quickly nutrients leave the stomach and enter your bloodstream, and therefore, how your blood sugar behaves in the minutes and hours after eating. This is why two people eating yogurt can have two completely different experiences depending on the exact type in their spoon. Once you swallow, the yogurt begins its journey through the esophagus and into the stomach, where your digestive system gets to work in earnest. The proteins from casein and whey start being denatured by stomach acid and broken down by protease enzymes like pepsin, while fats begin emulsifying in preparation for later digestion in the small intestine. But the carbohydrates, particularly lactose, get special treatment. Lactose is a disaccharide, a sugar composed of one glucose molecule and one galactose molecule. In the small intestine, an enzyme called lactase cleaves lactose into its two simpler components. Glucose is the body's primary fuel and is absorbed directly into the bloodstream, raising blood sugar relatively quickly. Galactose, on the other hand, is sent to the liver, where it's gradually converted into glucose through a series of enzymatic steps. This creates a more staggered blood sugar rise than if you were eating pure glucose alone. If your yogurt also contains added sugars like sucrose or high fructose corn syrup, those are broken down even faster. Sucrose splits into glucose and fructose almost instantly. The glucose will contribute immediately to raising your blood sugar, while the fructose is handled by the liver, where it may be stored as glycogen or converted into fat if your energy stores are already full. This means that even though fructose doesn't show up as a direct spike in blood glucose measurements, it still adds to your overall metabolic load. Sweetened yogurts, especially those marketed as low-fat or fat-free, can have an even more exaggerated effect in that 30-minute post-meal window because of how quickly the sugars become available to your bloodstream. Without the fat content that slows down digestion, the sugars are able to pass through the stomach and into the small intestine much faster. The small intestine is where sugar absorption into the blood really takes off, and when that process isn't slowed by fat or extra protein, you can see a sharp glucose rise in a very short time. Imagine two people. One eats a cup of strawberry-flavored fat-free yogurt with 18 grams of sugar, and the other eats a cup of full-fat plain Greek yogurt with only 6 grams of natural lactose. For the first person, their glucose rise might resemble a steep hill on a graph, hitting its peak quickly. For the second person, the hill is more like a gentle slope, rising slowly and topping out much lower. This isn't just a numbers on a monitor thing. The sharper spike often comes with a sharper fall, which can lead to feelings of tiredness or hunger soon after. It's why some people find themselves reaching for another snack only an hour after having sweetened yogurt. On the flip side, high-protein, high-fat yogurt can keep you fuller for longer and help prevent that post-snack crash. Even among sweetened yogurts, the sugar source matters. Cane sugar, honey, fruit purees, or high fructose corn syrup all have different absorption speeds and metabolic effects, but the general rule is the more total sugar and the fewer slow-digesting nutrients alongside it, the sharper and more noticeable the 30-minute blood sugar bump will be. As the glucose from the yogurt's sugars enters the bloodstream, the pancreas begins its crucial job of releasing insulin. Insulin is like the courier service of the body, picking up glucose and delivering it to cells for energy or storage. But yogurt creates a more nuanced hormonal response than many other carbohydrate sources. That's because the protein in yogurt doesn't just sit there. It actively stimulates hormones that improve satiety and slow the rate at which food leaves your stomach. Hormones like GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1, and PYY peptide YY send powerful signals to your brain that you've eaten something substantial, which naturally reduces the likelihood of overeating at your next meal. At the same time, the fat content in certain yogurts triggers cholecystokinin, CCK, which not only enhances satiety, but also slows gastric emptying even further. This slower emptying rate means glucose enters your blood in a more gradual wave rather than a flood, giving your body a better chance to manage it without excessive insulin spikes. In real-life terms, that could be the difference between feeling alert and steady for the next few hours versus experiencing a rapid blood sugar drop that leaves you irritable or tired. The type of yogurt you choose essentially programs this hormonal cascade. High-protein, full-fat varieties are like a smooth flow valve, whereas low-fat, high-sugar ones are more like opening the floodgates. If you were wearing a continuous glucose monitor and looked at the 30-minute mark after eating yogurt, the patterns could tell you a lot about your body's glucose handling. For a sweetened, low-fat yogurt, you might see a clear upward curve starting around 10 to 15 minutes after eating, peaking sharply at 30 minutes, and sometimes holding that peak for a bit before declining. With a plain Greek yogurt, especially if paired with something like nuts or seeds, the curve might rise slowly, peaking later, maybe at 45 minutes, and at a much lower level. The shape of this curve matters. A tall, narrow spike means your blood sugar went up fast and will likely come down just as fast, often overshooting and leaving you with lower than normal glucose temporarily. The so-called sugar crash. A gentler, broader rise means more stable energy and fewer cravings. Beyond the yogurt itself, your own metabolic health plays a role here. Someone with great insulin sensitivity, often younger individuals or those who are active, might handle even a sweetened yogurt without much of a spike, while someone with prediabetes might see a large, prolonged rise from the same portion. This variability is why two people can eat the same yogurt and have totally different glucose responses at the 30-minute point. While the live bacterial cultures in yogurt don't instantly alter your blood sugar at the 30-minute mark, they are quietly influencing your long-term glucose control in ways you can't see in that short snapshot. Probiotics like Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus help maintain a healthy balance of gut bacteria. Over time, a healthy gut microbiome can improve how your body handles carbohydrates by enhancing insulin sensitivity, reducing inflammation, and supporting better digestion. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a major driver of insulin resistance, and by calming that inflammation, probiotics can make it easier for your body to keep blood sugar stable after meals. Think of it as training the background team. They don't affect the game score instantly, but over weeks and months, they improve your odds of a win. If you eat probiotic-rich yogurt regularly, your average post-meal spikes might become less extreme, even if the yogurt's sugar content hasn't changed. This is one reason why yogurt, unlike many other dairy desserts, often appears in studies as being linked to better metabolic health outcomes. For people who are lactose intolerant, yogurt can be both a challenge and a relief. On one hand, lactose still breaks down into glucose and galactose, so there will still be some blood sugar effect. On the other hand, because the live cultures predigest some of the lactose during fermentation, yogurt generally contains less lactose than milk, and the lactose that remains is often better tolerated. Greek yogurt takes this a step further, with even less lactose due to straining. From a blood sugar perspective, this lower lactose content means fewer total carbs to process, especially if you choose plain, unsweetened varieties. So someone who can't drink milk without digestive discomfort might still enjoy a cup of Greek yogurt and experience only a modest blood sugar rise after 30 minutes, a far gentler experience than from other dairy or sugar-heavy snacks. The story of yogurt and blood sugar changes dramatically when you start adding extras. Adding honey, maple syrup, sweetened granola, or ripe tropical fruits can turn a mild yogurt into a high glycemic meal. In those cases, the 30-minute spike will be driven not just by the yogurt's sugars, but also by the added carbs from the toppings. On the flip side, pairing yogurt with fiber and fat-rich foods, such as chia seeds, flaxseed meal, almonds, or peanut butter, can have the opposite effect. These additions slow down digestion even more, flattening the glucose curve and extending the feeling of fullness. This is a valuable trick for people aiming to keep their blood sugar steady. Balance yogurt with ingredients that delay absorption rather than accelerate it. The difference can be so dramatic that two identical servings of yogurt, one topped with honey, one topped with chia seeds, can produce totally different glucose readings in that same 30-minute window. Lastly, it's important to remember that the yogurt itself is only part of the equation. Your body's current state plays a huge role in what happens next. If you eat yogurt after exercising, your muscles are in a glucose-hungry state, actively pulling sugar out of the bloodstream to replenish glycogen stores, which can blunt or even eliminate a noticeable blood sugar spike. If you eat it during a stressful moment, cortisol and adrenaline can raise your baseline glucose before you even take a bite, making the post-meal rise look bigger. Sleep deprivation can make your cells less responsive to insulin, meaning glucose stays in your blood longer. Even hydration status can play a role, since dehydration can make your blood more concentrated, slightly exaggerating glucose readings. All of this means that while yogurt type matters a lot, so does timing, mood in your recent lifestyle choices. So, by the 30-minute mark after eating yogurt, your body is in the middle of a fascinating balancing act. Sugars from the yogurt have entered your bloodstream. Insulin is working to guide that glucose into your cells, and the protein and fat in the yogurt are helping slow down the digestive process to keep things from happening all at once. Meanwhile, your own body's condition, whether you've just exercised, whether you're stressed, how much sleep you got last night, is shaping how sharp or gentle that blood sugar curve will be. Yogurt is incredibly versatile. It can behave almost like a balanced mini meal, or it can behave more like a dessert, depending on what's in it and how you eat it. That's why 2 cups of yogurt from 2 different brands can have completely different effects inside your body. If your goal is stable blood sugar and consistent energy, you'll usually do better with plain or lightly sweetened yogurts that are higher in protein and healthy fats, ideally paired with fiber-rich toppings like berries, flaxseed, or almonds. Choosing a more balanced yogurt option on most days can help improve your insulin sensitivity, support better appetite control, and reduce the daily swings in energy that make it harder to focus or stick to healthy habits. It's not about eliminating sweetened yogurt entirely. It's about understanding how it fits into your day and what you can add alongside it to keep your blood sugar in a healthier range. Think of the 30-minute reading as a snapshot, not the whole movie. What happens before and after matters just as much. And the best part? You have the tools to shape that curve through small, intentional choices, turning yogurt from just a tasty snack into a smart part of your blood sugar strategy.